Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sana Mugeshe, the counselor. The Counselor TV is here with insights, and today we are going to talk about a very important topic. It is a topic that I've been researching for a very long time. I'm not a doctor, but it's something concerning our health. It's something concerning our hygiene. And I'm going to mention the topic, and please don't run away. If you are a man, please sit back, listen and educate your woman. Listen and educate your daughter. Listen and educate your girlfriend. And we are talking about feminine hygiene. And specifically, I want to talk about tips or some insights on vaginal hygiene. How do you ensure that that private part is very clean? Remember, when you are clean, when you are smart, there's confidence, there's joy, and there's self-esteem and self-love. So that is why I've chosen to talk about this topic. If it is a taboo in your community and you feel I'm going beyond the border or the boundary, these are things that are happening. Women are walking smelling, girls are walking smelling without knowing what they are supposed to do, and that is the topic that we're going to speak about today. My name is Anna Mugeshe, the counselor, and the Counselor TV is here. So you guys, have you subscribed? Always, I've talked about a big percentage of people who are watching my content. You're not commenting and you have not subscribed. Today, I'm beseeching you to feel it right and to consider this your home and subscribe so that we may move out of these 1.7k subscribers. We may move out of these few views because this is a content that is going to help, and this is the channel that can always speak about these things that are not spoken broadly in the society. And I decided to broach this specific topic and talk about feminine hygiene, vaginal hygiene. And hygiene is cleanliness, and remember, cleanliness is sacred to godliness. And this is the channel that can bring such. This is where we inform, we inspire, we give hope, and this is where we also educate. And for that matter, make this your home and subscribe. Sit back with your friends, sit back with your spouse, sit back with your daughters. And this is not a taboo anymore. It is something that is moving on. It is something that people are going through, vaginal infections, and they don't want to go to the doctor, they don't want to report. Young girls are having those itchy parts of their bodies, they don't want to report. I believe this one is going to help you. And may you subscribe as I come back, as you settle, as you make this your home. Once again, if you are a visitor here, welcome. If you are first time to watch this, you've come across this thumbnail today, or this is your first time, consider this your home by subscribing and hitting on the notification bell so that you may be getting the alert. And also, if this is your first time and you love the video, give me thumbs up and share for free. Welcome and welcome back. Welcome and stay. Thank you so much. As you do that, support this channel of hope, support this TV of Anna Mugeshe, the Counselor. Thank you. So yes, guys, that is our topic for today. Let me put these flowers properly. And the topic is about feminine hygiene. That is the body cleanliness to us ladies. And specifically, I want to talk about vaginal hygiene. There are so many things that we think are taboo to talk about. And believe me, to talk about this topic, you'll have to forgive me if it's a taboo in your community, but it's something that we need to train and even to teach our girls. And it is something that we also need to learn as women, because if trust me, it is not very comfortable to move around with a body that is not clean, because cleanliness is sacred to God. And when you feel that you're clean, you have that confidence. When you feel you have no problem on your private part, on the vaginal part of it, then you are very confident. And I want to give you the tips of knowing that you're healthy, the tips of keeping your vagina clean. That is a private part. And allow me to give several tips of ensuring that you are clean. I've done a lot of research. It has taken me a lot of courage to talk about this video, and it's a vid that I've been looking forward to talk about feminine hygiene, body cleanness of women. I said if you're a couple, you can sit down and watch together, because it is very healthy. And point number one is to ensure that we keep the undergarment dry. Remember, the doctors, I'm not one, tell us not to wear undergarments that are very tight, especially on that part of the vagina, and so that we avoid infections. And when you put it dry, then that odor may not come, that smell, you know. And I don't know whether you guys, I don't want to be rude, but whether you've met with somebody who is a lady and somebody smells underarms, the private parts, and all that. If it's about the underarms, nowadays we have the razor. I wish I would have come with it on how you're supposed to clean your underarm. And I think you guys, I'll go for it and ensure that you guys you subscribe, so that I can show you what you can use to ensure that this part is very clean. And that if you have to wear a sleeveless and lift your hand up like this, it doesn't look like this is a part of the hand. There are razors for ladies, like the ones which are used for men. They are there for ladies, and they're very feminine, and you can use it to ensure that this hair here is no longer there, especially when you are wearing the sleeveless. Guys, you've never seen somebody doing like this and this looks like this. On a serious note, like this, and it looks like the head. The hair is just so much here and it's so much here. And whenever you sweat, that hair is going to retain that water, and that is why you would meet with somebody smelling a lot of sweat. It's very uncomfortable. That is not what I was talking about. So keep the undergarment dry. How do you keep the undergarment dry? By ensuring that even after you go for a short call, you wipe out the urine. Wipe after urination, not just after a long call. If not, it will be wet and then a bad odor. That is tip number one. Tip number two. Some people may think that whenever you are wet on your vagina, that is the vaginal discharge, the vaginal fluid, that you have an infection. I said I'm not a doctor, but I've been doing on this research, and somebody had told me to talk about it because they know people who are going through those bad smells, people who are going through infections because of not being clean. And I have to mention, through the research that I've done online, discharge from a vagina or fluid from vagina is a health discharge. Don't ask me more about that, but that is what the doctors tell us. But I know, keep the undergarment dry, then you will avoid bad odor and vaginal infection. Change sanitary pads after 4 to 6 hours. I know this becomes an issue when it comes to our young girls, those who cannot afford or who are not easily able to access the sanitary towels. I had started that project, and I plan to begin it again, ensuring that our girls and our young teenagers can access this commodity, which is very, very important, so that at least when we talk about changing the sanitary pads 4 to 6 hours, they can afford to do that. Because trust me, if you stay with it for a whole day, By evening, bad odor. So change every 4 to 6 hours. Clean the vagina after intercourse without fail. After you finish going to Mombasa and Nakuru and Naivasha, clean it. Don't sleep. This is for ladies, because that is where you want to start the infection and that bad smell. I wonder how many that do that after getting to Mombasa and then you're very sleepy. You just sleep without cleaning it. Avoid using soap on your vagina. Let me say this. It is a superstition, or what do I call it? I don't know what I'm going to call it. But there's a time, sometimes you are told that if you want your vagina to be tight, you have to wash it with yogurt, you have to put salt, if you want to make him happy. Some of those things are the things that are going to make you have a problem or have infections. So do not use soap. Do not use face towel there. Just use water and clean water and running water, and ensure that water runs through that part of your body. Say no to scented feminine hygiene products. You want that spray that smells very good and you feel like you're smelling down there, and then you decide to spray there. Guys, it won't work. Any scented feminine hygiene product, don't use it on your private part. Guys, I hope you're subscribing. I hope you're not hating me for talking about this, because these are facts, and there are people who are going through stuff. There are men who are running away from women who are smelling on their private parts. Practice safe sex. When I talk about safe sex, you know there are STDs. And you guys, my name is Anna Mugeshe. I hope you're going to watch to the end. I hope you're going to watch this video and you're going to understand what you're talking about. So subscribe and ensure that you're doing it. Subscribe, watch to the end.
Guys, my name is Amba Mugeshe, and today I'm just here to remind you guys to subscribe to Anna Mugeshe the Counselor's channel. What are you waiting for? Subscribe, because this is where you guys are going to be educated, inspired, counseled with hope. So what are you guys waiting for? Subscribe to my mom's YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Bye!
Yes, welcome back. I hope you have subscribed. We are talking about say no to scented feminine hygiene products. Practice safe sex. Avoid wearing tight clothes. Right way to wipe, don't wipe pubic hair. Avoid wearing tight clothes is when we are talking about undergarments. Don't wear the one which is very, very tight there, because that is where the infections will come from. In case you're joining us now, we are talking about vaginal hygiene. We are talking about feminine hygiene, a topic that is a taboo to some of us, a topic that most of the communities will not talk about. And this will really help our young girls as they grow, so that they can avoid so much infections, especially when they are growing up and when they have started receiving their menses or their menstrual periods. And we are also talking about, to ask the ladies, a right way to wipe. Ensure that whenever you go to a public toilet and you're going for that long call, that water does not splash on you. That is something that is all over in our social media and in our news. To ensure that we are clean and we don't have that bad odor. And we are also talking about don't wipe pubic hair. And I mean, you don't cut all of it, because sometimes it will help us from those infections. And avoid dodging. Those are the tips that I'm giving you to ensure that you are clean. Your vagina is clean. Don't ignore vaginal infections, sticky smell. There are some times when you go to the hospital, you want to see a gyna, and a gyna asks you, when you're passing the urine, do you feel pain? If you feel pain, that is infection. And they also ask you the discharge that comes out. Remember, we said the vaginal discharge is very healthy, according to the doctors. I'm not one of them, but that is what the gyna tells us. And sometimes they ask you if it is stinky, it is stinking, smelling, it is stinky. Is it smelling very much, or is it excess? Just a little of the discharge is what is needed. And when you have that stinky smell and excessive vaginal discharge, or a colored one, that means you have the infection, and you don't ignore. And some of these things that you guys as ladies we ignore are the ones which will bring infections, and they are the ones which will bring problems in future, especially when you want to conceive and when you want to have the babies. And then these infections will cause infertility. Itchy vagina or pain is a sign of infection. And lastly, never try self-medication. Never try self-medications. So guys, have I informed you? Have I broken the barrier? Have I gone beyond the boundary? Was I not supposed to talk about that? I believe I was supposed, because it is a topic that I've always wanted to talk about. So what do you think about feminine hygiene, vaginal hygiene? That's male. Comment and tell me what you think. Comment and tell me what are the other tips that you've been applying to ensure that you have that confidence. What is that you have taught teaching to your daughters and your girls in schools and out of the school to ensure that they have that confidence and they walk and they print on the mirror knowing that they are clean from up there to inside to the private parts. My name is Anna Mugeshe. I hope I have inspired you. I hope I've educated you. I hope you are informed. And subscribe now that you are informed and now that you are inspired. Subscribe to this channel and may God bless you. Thank you, because we are coming out of 1.7 and we are going far, and you've chosen this channel to be your home. Bye. Thank you for now.